The Navy's very versatile. We're here to respond in emergencies.
I don't remember a day on that trip I was proud of wearing a uniform.
It was not an easy deployment. We were gone for a long time, facing uncertainty every day. So one of the key things that I remember looking back on Mobile was sitting off the coast of Libya as the fighting was taking place, as the pro-Gaddafi forces had encircled the port town of Misrata. It was very humbling. You could see the NATO bombs exploding. You could see tracer fire from heavy machine guns going back and forth across the battle lines. It was humbling knowing that with every explosion, lives were lost. But it was also a reaffirmation of why we were there. We were there to help people, civilians that were trapped and unable to defend themselves. It gave the mission purpose, understanding what was at stake.
Trying to explain to your family when they hear about getting shot at and trying to explain it to them and your kids.
Leaving in 48 hours, that was the big one.
48-hour notice that we're leaving was hard on the kids too.
Yeah.
When we spoke to the families before we deployed, you make promises to make sure that you want to get your loved ones home. It's fantastic to talk to them. They're the biggest part of keeping us being able to do what we do for deployment for 6 months. You want to make sure you get that right. If you're going to get anything right, it's talking to the families. It's probably hard is not the right word, but it was one of the most important things they did.
I think I'm feeling incredibly proud of this day, of the award for the ship. It's exceptionally noteworthy that the ship was bestowed these battle honors. Again, I'm exceptionally proud of the ship's company, the people that we sailed with to achieve that mission. It was a challenging mission, but very rewarding. Despite all those challenges and the difficulties that we faced, it was for a really important reason. We were helping people on the other side of the globe.
I had made a promise to the families before we left that we would make sure that their sailors got home safely, and we were able to do that. So I was immensely proud of the crew and the mission that we were able to accomplish.
I'm just glad that Vancouver was able to make a difference. Really hostile area and really an unstable area when we got there, so I think we did make a difference.
Being part of the team that received this honor, it's wonderful to see that our forces are recognizing what our ships are doing. We all did that operation together. The whole ship, we all supported each other. We all did it together, and that's why it's wonderful to actually to see this happen. Every sailor now serves in Vancouver should be proud to know that we're being on the Vancouver, which has this battle line.
We returned home just before Christmas, so that was pretty special to be home for the holidays. It was just a proud moment for me and my family waiting for me on the jetty, and it was very nice.
It was hard to believe that it was over because you're at such a high tempo. It's really hard to turn back down. Yeah, it's almost hard to believe that you were there and it happened.
My shipmates made the deployment. I made friendships on that deployment that have lasted a lifetime. That was a really good experience for me.
Sometimes you don't always get along 100% with people, but you know what? You got to get over yourself and carry on because you're all floating together. You're all on the same boat.
Everybody worked as a team very well.
You didn't have to worry about nobody showing up. Everybody was there.
We showed up really quick for all evolutions. It was unbelievable.
It was a very memorable trip.